Clash of Clans has been around for over 11 years now, and Supercell has consistently introduced new content to keep the game fresh. They introduce a new town hall every 18 months, which brings with it new structures, troops, bells, and much more new content for maxed out players. However, this is also the biggest problem for the future of the game. Now, don't get me wrong, the addition of new Town Hall levels is amazing, and it's fun to see what new things Supercell has added, but it also brings a big challenge. With each new Town Hall level, the gap between new and veteran players widens. Upgrading your base just takes longer and longer, and that's where the trouble lies. In the early days of Clash, the time required to max out everything was achievable within a reasonable time frame. But with each new town hall, the time and resources needed to reach that max level have skyrocketed. For new players, this means investing years just to catch up to the top players, which could potentially discourage them from fully engaging in the game. On the other hand, if Supercell were to completely stop releasing new town halls, then that would mean once veteran players maxed out, they wouldn't have much to look forward to and would probably just stop playing. So this clearly shows the issue that Supercell faces regarding the future of Clash of Clans. But at what point will they need to change their approach, since right now everything seems to be going fine? Well, the current max town hall level is 15, and it would already take years in just building time for a new player to catch up. So I guess that time is now. And in this video, I'm going to be going over the things that Supercell has been doing to tackle this issue, and some things that I think they should do in the future. One of the first major things they did was introduce the builder base. This essentially made the playing field even, as everyone would start at the same place regardless of their town hall level. It basically just gave everyone a new base to build up that was completely separate from their normal base in most regards. There was obviously some transferring of the auto builder and the gems produced from the gem mine, but other than that, it was its own unique thing. It even had its own separate leaderboard, which was great as it gave newer players a chance to compete with people who were otherwise way ahead of them in the normal base. Obviously, most of the top players would just end up using gems to get to the top, but that is to be expected, and the competition was more between casual or free-to-play players. But Builder Base was also released in 2017, which was a couple of years ago, and at the time, the max town hall level was only 11. Now it's up to 15, which takes a significantly longer time to get to. However, Supercell has definitely been taking the builder base slower, as they have only added one new builder hall level in the 6 years of it existing. And to keep it fresh, they're making big changes to the builder base without actually adding a lot more builder hall levels, which is hopefully something they may try to implement with the home village. One of these changes is obviously the massive builder base 2.0 update we got earlier this year. It changed the whole attacking strategy and even split the base into two, and made it 2 stages for when someone is raiding you. They also added a 6th builder, which is most likely to incentivize people to build up their builder base so they can use it to help progress their main base faster. This all shows how Supercell can continue to keep the game fresh, while also either just slowing down on new town halls, or perhaps even stopping them entirely. I wouldn't be surprised if the drastic builder base changes were to test out this concept, and perhaps something similar is going to happen with the home village in the future. But we will obviously have to wait and see. But the builder base is still similar in that each player has to upgrade their own base and the progress is fully dependent on them. In 2022, Supercell introduced the Clan Capital, which was basically a bunch of other villages that you could unlock as you grow, and it is all combined effort between your clan. And this also had its own unique leaderboard, troops, and game mechanics, and was essentially a new base that was shared by the clan. This, in a way, solved the issues of falling behind, as you could rely on others to progress the base even when you weren't available, and it would be easy to join a clan with a built up base later on if you, say, decided to quit for a year. This all means that you would have something to look forward to, as one of your bases wouldn't be way too far behind max, and it honestly is just a pretty fun experience since it's almost like a more relaxed clan wars in which everyone wins. Plus, the rewards from it can be used to progress both your normal and builder bases by allowing you to buy resources. But more importantly, you can buy wall rings, which saves you a ton of resources that can instead be spent on structures. So, the introduction of both the builder base and clan capital provide more variety in gameplay and also lowers the gap between the veteran and new players. And on top of this, they both also provide you with things that help you with your main base to help you catch up faster to people at the max town hall level. And Supercell has also made even more changes to help close this gap. One of these changes is removing training costs for troops, meaning your troops are basically free and now you don't have to worry about picking between a budget army or an expensive army if you're running low on elixir or dark elixir. Instead, those resources can be used for upgrades towards your base, which once again helps towards closing the gap between the maxed out players. But in the end, these are all little things that will only help speed up the process by a few weeks or maybe a month, which is still nothing compared to the total build time it'll take to max out. So, what should Supercell really do about this that brings bigger changes to the home village more directly? Well, in my opinion, I think they should first of all slow down the rollout of new town halls. Right now, it's every 18 months, so I would say make it every 24 months, which is only 6 extra months. This way, maxed out players still have something to look forward to compared to if they just stop new town halls completely. But I do think they need to stop new town halls at some point, which would probably be town hall 20 as it ends at a nice even number and is still far enough in the future that it gives Supercell plenty of time to think about new things to add. And I also think that they should keep the upgrade times relatively the same or even lower than for the newer town halls. Or just add less structures since there's obviously going to be a space issue if they keep on adding tons of new things with each town hall level. Other than this, I think they can also do something similar to what they did with Builder Base 2.0. Perhaps they can slow down new town hall releases to be every 3-4 years, but with each update they also bring a massive change to the game. This will obviously be a lot of effort, but it was pretty successful with the Builder Base and it will definitely make the game feel very fresh, even for the new players who usually don't have anything to look forward to in the new town hall updates. But the problem with this is trying to retain maxed out players. They could try to hold regular events that are maybe more tailored to max level players, or just good for everyone to have something to look forward to. Finally, a third possibility could be to add a whole new game mode that is playable by anyone regardless of their town hall level. I'm not sure what this new game mode would be, and this might seem a little wacky, but perhaps they could add a game mode or just separate village in which everything is free and you can build whatever town hall you want and be able to attack other enemies also playing that game mode. The catch would be that you don't get any sort of rewards from it and it is more meant to be just fun to play and test out various strategies or just provide inspiration for you to continue the grind to reach that stage. But again, all of those are just some things that I randomly thought of. They probably won't be implemented, but I would for sure like to see something new implemented in the future. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments and make sure to leave a like and subscribe as it helps me out. But regardless, thank you guys for watching and I'll catch you in the next video.